Bach, Shu, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome in, guys. Blue, bienvenido. ¿Cómo estás hoy? Yo, appreciate the bit. Blue, Shu. Me cayó un bit, perdón. ¿Cómo están? Bienvenido al stream. ¿Todo bien? Qué bueno. Hicieron un diseño, sí. Cambiaron. Esto era para el clan, pero lo cambiaron el color para mí. Vectus, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Look at the raises. Thank you, thank you. Ryzen, bienvenido. ¿Cómo estás hoy? Canada Dave, welcome to the stream. Hope that you're doing great. My day's been going good. Canada Dave, thank you for asking. Hope everybody's doing well. Muy bien. ¿Y tú qué tal? ¿Todo bien? Ready para hacer un par de carreras. Estamos esperando que Pro Racing se vaya. Tenemos un par de minutos. ¿Nadie le gusta Pro Racing? No. Esto puede... Hope in the future update they add an option to choose the route in the current playlist. I just hope that they make the routes better overall. Too much highways and yeah, it's not fun. I got a minute. I was in ground and AGP, I'm not sure why, otherwise... Like you're just saying in general, you're losing time on AGP? Or are you talking about like on the starts? Because like Let me show you something real quick. Because like in AGP, you don't want to start like normal. What you want to do is like, so it's doing the countdown, you're doing a burnout, it says go. When you see the smoke, then you go to fourth. Well, obviously you wouldn't be able to go to fourth because you're in automatic, but you basically want to do a burnout, and that's going to allow you to accelerate faster on launch. In general, I would say try to use brakes less. Use so like a lot of times what I'll do is I'll try to lock my front wheels in order to slow down more, so I use less brakes, and in return you go faster. Try to experiment with that. It'll take some getting used to, but all right, everybody that wants to race, get ready. Go's gonna be dropping in the chat. We're on American servers, so if you guys want to race, get ready. Oh my god, Yusuf, Deddy, Kevin Miller, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are all doing good. Do you like the Corvette CA01X? It's a cool car. Also set a pretty good time on the Nürburgring. Yeah, waiting 9 minutes for a good route is, yeah, it's too much. I agree. Yeah, Forza 6 burnout. It's just not too much content. Like, so, whenever they drop like a DLC, whatever, then I'll be back to try it out. But it's kind of the end game is it's very thin, I should say. How to decide which car to go if certain section is part technical and part straight? Just knowing the meta cars. So like for example, let's say like Street Tier 2, if it's a tech start, you know, you can either go Porsche Taycan with the correct final drive, you can go Alpine, you can go F50, you can go Ferrari GTO, you can go Corvette 01. There's a bunch of different options, but being able to use those cars and get the most out of it. So like the main thing, if you use the Taycan, you have to get out ahead immediately, and you have to like hit all your gutters, because if you don't, then you know it just comes with time. This takes time. DV, appreciate the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Apologize to anybody else that I missed. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Welcome to the stream. Doing good, Dustin. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Dar, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. GG's. You're doing good. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Yeah, my day's going well, DV. Thank you for asking. Also, again, thank you again for the follow. All right, chat. Anybody that would like to race, get ready. Go's gonna be dropping in the chat. Ashley, Creep, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing good, Yusuf. Thank you for asking. I apologize if I missed anybody. Hope everybody's doing well. You found the stats page today, and I've done 500 grand races with only one win. all good, Canada Dave. Everybody learns at their own pace, dude. Don't let the stats get to you, dude. Bro, do you ever lose? Yes, I do lose. There's a lot of very good people in this game. And I'm still not 100%. I'm getting there. You know, but I'm making too many mistakes and I need to, my consistency is not back intact yet, so. But yes, I do lose. Yes. I do not win every race, bro. GG's ironic. Hope you're doing well, dude. Never seen you lose? Yeah, I mean, you can, there's videos, you know, I've posted videos of good races. The main thing, and a lot of people that come into the streams, everybody that's sniping, everybody here, for the most part, I think I can confidently say, everybody here is just looking for a good race. Everybody understands the situation the game's in, right? Everybody's just looking for good routes and good races. And everybody, for the most part, is content with that, right? You know? Everybody's trying to learn, trying to get better, you know, in their own way, so. Dustin says, I didn't get my first win until your 300th grand race. Exactly, see? You know? And that's nothing, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Everybody plays the game for a different reason, you know? So, like, you know, your what is it? Your path to getting better at grand races is different than everybody else's. You don't have to be like, oh, like Simgii was winning, you know, very quickly, as I know, but the way I approach games is different than you or anybody else in the chat, so it'll be a little bit unrealistic to compare yourself to that. So don't let the there's a quote. I forget the quote. I'll look it up after this, but it's a very good quote. Gearhead, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I did not mean to hit that guy, bro. Come on. I'm doing good, Zyronic. Thanks for asking. Care about clean raises more than wins? Yeah. What? Okay. Elvin, bienvenido. ¿Cómo estás hoy? I forget the name of it. Forget the name of the nitro. Also, Gons, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to read chat. All good, Garrett. We'll link up afterwards, dude. Whenever you're free. GG's. Do you have a Switch too? No, I do not. Gear Club Legends is awesome. Oh yeah, you're talking about the third one. I know what you're talking about. All right, anybody that wants to race, you guys can go. When you see go in the chat, we can try to hope to get a good route on this no collision before it goes. Let's catch up with chats. Yeah, I have to see what nitro that. I think it's called like the explosive, I think. Something like that. Let me see. Cada semana añadan nuevas piedras por ahí. Te salió un anuncio. No. And what about last test drive? Is it really bad? Yeah, the last test drive, it was very ambitious, and they couldn't. There was some foundational issues that the game had that they could not get under control, so it didn't go well. Chris SB, welcome to the stream. Hope that you're doing well. What's your opinion on the M2 2023? The M2 is not bad. It's alright. Kumail, welcome to the stream. Hope that you're doing well. Where's Goliath? Goliath is working a lot. Come back, Chuck. My bad. Had to be muted for a second. All right. Anybody that wants to race, you guys can go when you see go in the chat. Let's see. Did you linearity? Let me see what Kumail is saying. Lowe's, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. GG's. Last Peanut, welcome to the stream. GG's, guys. GG's. Let me see what Kumail was saying. Hey, Simgii, I'm new to the crew Motorfest, like 40 hours. Playtime I have shifted to direct mode, not so good with that right now, and I'm playing on sequential, and I'm stuck in always in top 15. Well, depending on... So direct mode is very difficult. Like for people... I wouldn't say for the top players, but for majority of the people, after playing a couple 100 hours, they were even struggling with direct mode and being able to consistently do well with it. So you switching it to direct mode within 40 hours is very brave, but also it will come with a lot of growing pains. Especially because you're trying to learn so much about the game all at once. You're trying to cram everything together. And that's not necessarily the best thing that you could do because you would have... It's fine if like you're just like trying to be like the best that you can be and you want to sweat the game out like to like no ends meet. But if that's not necessarily your play style, then it will take a lot of time. And it will be rough for a long time because you don't have the foundation of the game yet, and not having that foundation will make it very hard for you to kind of be able to grasp everything that you're supposed to be doing in the races, like the shortcuts, you know, when to brake, like all the different cars, you know, all these different nitro management, like, you know, all these little things that are kind of like secondhand nature for people that play the game. You are adding on to that with direct mode. So I don't want to discourage you. I just want to be honest. Like, it's going to be very rough. It's going to be very rough. Just simply because you don't have the foundation of understanding the game too well yet, you know, because I mean, I can tell you right now, I did not understand everything in the game within 40 hours. The game, especially because the game, when I played it originally, when the game dropped, was vastly different than what it is now, you know. So... What up, Goliath? How you doing, bro? Granny, welcome to the stream. Hope that you're doing well. Breaks way too late. GG's. Yeah, there's some vanities in the game that you can get for free, Kumail. The playlists usually have rewards that you can get for free. So like if you go, let's say the BMW one, actually let me go to one that I already have finished. Let's say this one, right? You go to challenges. See, this one you get an underglow. This one you get an outfit. So some of them have like a bunch of different like rewards that you can get. This one has a tire. These are all free just by completing these challenges and stuff like that. So all the players have some, but then there's like ones that you can buy for money. So yes, sir. Mason, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Brandy, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Betterfest. All right, everybody that would like to race, you guys can go when you see go in chat. Appreciate it, Kimoyo. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Brenio's doing good. Glad to hear that. Third Dark Menu is good after a week, says Guns. Brother. Need to recover my NOS. That's great. Oh. Christopher, Willie, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing well. GG's. Let's see how much time we have left before RC goes away. 2 minutes. All right. What happened to the music? Why did it stop? Okay, I guess that one just is not playing. Okay. The Nitro? Got you. Why did it take me to... Okay. Explosive backfire. That's what it's called. GG's, GG's. We got about 2 minutes chat before the L playlist switches. That's fine. No problem, Goms. You waiting for some changes for season 11? Yeah, hopefully it's good. Your GPU broke? No, that's some point. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Is there an option to turn off the shadows? Yeah. Right here. Obviously, you have to be on PC, but right here. Week 8, next play is coming. I'm not sure when it is, to be honest. I'm not keeping up with the playlist, to be honest. What's new in the game, by the way? Depends when you stop playing. All right, anybody that would like to race, you guys can go when you see go in the chat. It's gonna be mid like every other season. Hablando del directo, yo antes de tocar el Motorfest yo jugaba con mando y que me pasa mando direct mode y jugar en secuencial todo a la vez. Y que me pasé a mando direct mode y jugar en secuencial todo a la vez. Ah, que lo aprendiste a la misma vez. Ok, ok. Ya entendí. Kind of competitive? Well, I would say the average grand race is not necessarily, but when you at times you can get some sweaty lobbies, but for the most part, it's, I don't know. The sweatiest lobbies that you're gonna find, at least on a day-to-day, is like stream lobbies whenever people are streaming sniping. outside of that, I mean, it's all right. I mean, what is AORUS? You seem to always get top 5 on RCs though. Easy points. Yeah, RC's kind of free. I mean, kind of boring, you know, because RC is kind of like AGP. There's not really much that you can do. Like, you know, you can only go so fast. You know, the slipstream. It's just, I don't know. The classes that you can actually like do something, you know, and actually break slip and or like has a skill ceiling, then, you know, it's much more fun. A high skill ceiling, I should say. Yeah, F1's the only one from EA that's still going on right now. Like Grid isn't doing anything, like all these other games are. See, bro, what are you doing? Like, bro, please move. Like, oh my gosh, man. Hey, we already lost the front back just because of freaking bots, man. Pero sí, soy latino, sí. O hispano, I should say. Alright, should be one trying to get back into the pack up here. We're back in the mix, chat. GG's. I would say the Pagani Imola is in the meta, yeah. The only thing is, like, technically, wherever you would use the Imola, you know, you would use the F5 instead. But if it's like triple hyper, then you can find a use for the Imola. Yes, falling in reverse. Yes. GG's, guys. GG's. I heard the Countryman has more torque at 5K. Yeah, you want to short shift it. GG's. GG's. Banana Leclerc, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Argarine, welcome to the stream. All right. Anybody that would like to race, get ready. Go's gonna be dropping in the chat. You check out Whiteword. I have not. I did add it to my. I added it to like a list that I have of things to listen to. I have not yet though, but I will. I did. Got a little busy afterwards yesterday. Mohammed, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. You think the Crew 2's online was better? I think Crew 2's multiplayer was fine. I think they're good. Both of them are good for different reasons. Someone was lagging crash in my POV, but that's crazy. Hope everybody in the stream's having a good day so far. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Also, thank you, Life, for answering some of the questions. It was funny, earlier in the chat, before you got here, Goliath, someone was asking about you. They were like, where's Goliath? He has appeared. Thought it went without NOS. I have a video winning a grand race without NOS, but I'm not going to be able to do that in this lobby. Hell no. Got a decent sized pack. GG's. Is reverse guttering worth practicing? I'm new to the concept. I've only done a few sections. I would say, is it something you should learn? Yes. Is it something that you should put over, like, let's say, getting as good as you can with like guttering, NOS management, using slipstream, just your overall consistency? No. You don't need you are losing pace necessarily if you're not using reverse gutters in the necessary spots, especially in specific classes. However, you will gain much more pace from all the other fundamentals of the game rather than, you know, learning reverse guttering. But it is something nice to learn, so. All right. Anybody that would like to race, get ready to go. We're going to try to get the last one of this playlist before we get the inevitable. GG's, guys. Simgii, you have shadows off for stutter issues, right? Yes, yes. Ooh, what a route. What a route. But yeah, so Invictus. So there's a couple things about this game that is quite interesting. So even though I have a good PC, you can actually see my specs in the description of the live stream. For whatever reason, the game is optimized very poorly, to the point where if I do run shadows, like even if I just, I'll show you. Even if I run, let's say the best looking, but like quality that gives me best performance would be low shadows. And then if you put ambient occlusion on SSAO, that kind of makes the game look much better, but I could still kind of work with it. But the problem is, after so many, like an hour or so of playing the game, like it's just stutter hell. Another thing, having too much friends on Ubisoft Connect. So like if you have over 20 friends, it gets rough because the game takes longer to load, and also you'll have a lot of stutters. So this game is just very weird when it comes to performance. Unfortunately, it hasn't gotten any optimization updates. So, you know, we're kind of stuck with what we got. And honestly, like, I much prefer a smooth 60 FPS over, you know, the best looking game that I can possibly get, right? You know? I have to lock in for this next section, try to make up some time. Bro, that's annoying, man. Yeah, it's so frustrating, man. Yeah, I just... GG's. Well, we got 10 minutes of nothing. You never press the brake all the way? Sometimes you just don't have to. All right. Well, we're gonna be doing playlist races until you gotta love the rotations. This is true. What's up, Koji? Philo, welcome to the stream. Heck, welcome to the stream as well. Piers, welcome to the stream. Hope everybody's doing well. Mini knockout rounds. That'll be cool. Is Motorfest more fun than Forza? What I will say, they're both very good games. It depends on... I'm trying to think of how I can word this, because the thing is, the way that I view the games is very, very different than most people. I think both of the games are very good. I think you can choose either one of the games and you'll have a great time. They both have mainly PvP racing. What I will give Forza a little bit more credibility to is you can kind of choose what you want to do. So if you want to spec race, you can spec race. If you want to only do off-road, you can only do off-road. Like, you can select what you want to do, whereas in Motorfest, that's not necessarily the case. You know, you kind of just have to play when, you know, the rotations are what you like, you know? So that aspect Forza does have better than a Motorfest. However, if you enjoy more of an arcadey style game, then I think Motorfest is going to be exactly what you're looking for, because yeah, I mean, it just depends on what you like, you know? I think you can get tons of hours of gameplay out of the games, both of them. It depends on what's your cup of tea, right? You know? I would just, if you're looking to get the game, just wait until the first DLC, I would say. I'm not sure when the PlayStation port is going to be dropping, but just see what they do post-launch, you know, for the first DLC, if you're really on the fence, because, I mean, you're not really going to be missing out necessarily. You're still going to be able to experience it and have fun, you know? And obviously, the later that you get the game, the more stuff you'll be able to do, you know, more content you'll have that you can progress through. So, yeah, I would say they're both good games, but if you're looking, if an arcadey racing game is your thing, then Motorfest is 100% going to be better. So when I was playing Forza, I was doing a lot of spec racing, which is like the competition is going to be much more closer, just because the races are very short and everybody's in the same exact car that's stock. So that's why, you know, it might seem like that, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I wasn't at all where I needed to be pace wise. Like, there was so much more pace that I can gain. I'm still learning, you know, but yeah, I mean, there's a very strong competitive player base on that game, mainly like the ones that, like, in, you know, things like Team Wars and Racing Haven and all these other discords, etc. Having a good controller makes a difference. I mean, you would want to have a good controller to bike, really. You would really want to have a good controller, just, you know, in general. It's just a good thing to have. No problem, banana. What up, vibes? Hope you're doing well. You drive in direct mode? Yes, I use direct mode. These are my settings. 95 linearity, 0 dead zone, 100 highest, as well as left stick dead zone 0. No, you can compete with meta cars for sure. You just have to do it in the custom racing. You can't do it in spec racing, obviously, because everybody has the same car. I'm not doing this, bro. Like, what the hell is this, bro? 4 minutes. I'd rather drive in free room. Let's go. What does XR cheats do exactly? XR cheats is a joke. It's a running joke that a lot of us have. Sloppy. Yeah, it's not real. Yeah, it is a W Motors. Minutes. Yeah, the W Motors handles really well. I like it. Just messing me up there. That was bad. We love fire trucks in Apex. We love Silverados there. I'm the team was saying. I was unfortunately not going to be available for when that Team Wars was gonna happen, so they need to bring back cops. He missed being chased. Yeah, it would be interesting with the added comps, but I just think the game just needs more end game content. Bring back Need for Speed, real. Need for Speed Most Wanted? No. We need a new Need for Speed, not a remaster. No more remasters, remakes, none of that, please. All right, anybody that would like to race, get ready. Go's gonna be dropping in the chat. If you guys would like to race, we are on American servers. Next Need for Speed comes out 2037, bruh. That's good. Need for Speed was Need for Speed Heat. Unbound was trash. I think a lot of people would agree with you. There's definitely some people that enjoy Unbound, which good for them. But yeah, I mean, I think considering what Need for Speed Heat had, how long it lasted, obviously only 6 months after release as far as support, I think it was a much better game. But that being said, Unbound did have a lot more features, especially after they did the Kaizen year. So, you know, you gotta give it credit, you know. I particularly didn't enjoy all the RNG, but, you know. Payback was good. Payback was, it was a moment. You enjoyed Unbound more than Heat? That's cool. USB Carbon made the whole race genre popular. Well, that and obviously Most Wanted, you know, and then and obviously like the Underground series. Can't forget Underground. Also, Hot Pursuit was very popular. mess that up. Rudy, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. W game. Hell yeah, why not? I have 15 million bushes there. Why is my camera doing that? This is not the time. Jeez. Benji, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Jim, got an update? Yes, sir. How are you doing, Benji? Perfect. No collisions. All right. Let's go, chat. Get ready. That's crazy, Willie. That is crazy. Really, bro? Highway? Come on. Man. Why are we getting highway, man? Doing good, Mr. Simgii. Where you been at? How you doing? I'm doing good. Getting some races in. Glad that you're doing well, dude. Alright. We'll wait a bit in the time slots. Man, it's so annoying, man. I hope that they don't, like, make us have to wait all the way to, like, less than 5 minutes, man. Favorite F1 era? Honestly, I would say before the rule change. Before this recent rule change was pretty nice, you know? It was cool. You know? It had like newer technology, but like it wasn't as bad as now. Unfortunately I was not watching F1 with like, you know, the V10s and all that, so. Thanks for stopping by, Mohammed. Have a good rest of your day, dude. You lost RP? Dang, dude. Alright. Try again. Hopefully we get a better route. Go's gonna be dropping into chat, guys. Get ready. Sounds good, Benji. Do you recommend playing with everything off? I mean, it depends. I would suggest you trying seeing how the game is for you. No way, we got it. Let's go. All right, we got it, chat. So try playing the game. Like, are you getting a lot of stutters, Willie? Because if you're getting a lot of stutters, then maybe try tweaking some of the settings. Maybe lowering some things. But turning everything off, I don't think it's... If you're trying to be as competitive as possible, then, you know, you wouldn't mind turning down some settings. But in general, I mean, try to find a balance of settings that gives you the best performance, but also the game looks good. Because, you know, I would love to be having shadows on, but I hate stutters, so. So you hate Unbound because it's trash to look at? Perfectly valid reason, if I just say myself. No, I don't know if you're speaking to me, but I hate Unbound for the RNG. The curb hopping, the desync, obviously the netcode, as well as there was like some weird bouncing that would happen, you know? It was like some porpoising that would happen with the car. There's a bunch of stuff like that that just made the experience not enjoyable, and then not having just a straight up PvP option within the first year. You know, it was kind of like you had to go in free roam and invite the lobby, and if no one wanted to race, then you're screwed, right? All those things culminated together, and yeah, it just kind of made it an not enjoyable experience. You mean noticeable stutter? Yeah. Also, live, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. It freezes for a moment while I'm in a grand race, but it must be around 1/4 of a second, but it's not due to lag or anything like that. Yeah, let's try. Yeah, I'll just try tweaking what your settings, dude. Willie. That's crazy. Man. Honestly, I feel like waiting for a freaking this, like, why do we have bad routes, man? I mean, rotations in general. GG's, guys. GG's. No, that one has a motocross. That's a delivery. Hope everybody in the stream's having a good day so far. I have all these done already. Yeah. Oh, looks like we're just gonna be driving around. Let's go to curse gutters. Yeah, we got a bad rotation, so rather, because the only thing we would be able to do the hyper at the beginning, but like it's just like a flow 4, you know, we might even get highway for that, I don't know. Do you ever play Motorfest on wheel? I do not play Motorfest on wheel, but it's funny, I actually I did load up Motorfest with my wheel once. It was a while ago, and I did a few grand races, and I think it took me, it was 2 or 3 grand races, and then I won, which is hilarious, like, because like I don't play on wheel, but like it took me only 3 races. But yeah, I don't plan on playing this game on wheel. Went too fast. So it's easier? I wouldn't say easier. It's just, you kind of have to know, like, once you already know what you have to do, it's just a matter of translating it to the input, you know? I knew what I had to do. It's just a matter of getting a feel for it, you know? I mean, honestly, 180-degree rotation is not difficult. Like, at least for me. I can't speak for everyone else, but like, it was fine. I got, you know? I bet you can, Blue. I bet you can. What's your history with Need for Speed Simgii? Man, in general, I played Need for Speed since I was a kid. Very first Need for Speed I played, chat. It was Need for Speed Porsche Unlimited. And you guys are probably like, what the hell is that? Exactly. It was a PC game. Played it on like a old like office computer. Somehow I ran it, but I played that, and then slowly but surely got a GameCube. And with the GameCube, that's when we hit the gold mine. Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit. Was it Hot Pursuit? No, I think I played I can't remember if I played Hot Pursuit on GameCube. It might have been a different one. But Most Wanted, Carbon, Underground, you name it. I was playing all of those. When it was so fun. Then later, got which one was it? It was I think it was the 360. And then I played Pro Street on that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. played Pro Street on that. I played Need for Speed World. I had a laptop that I used for school at the time, if I ever had to use the internet. And I played Need for Speed World on that, on keyboard, because I didn't. My controller, for whatever reason, I had a. Those of you guys that are a little bit older, I mean older meaning like maybe in their 20s or 30s, you might have remembered a brand called Wildcat. I had a Wildcat controller. It was so old. Just for reference, for those of you that don't know what the hell that is, it's prehistoric. It had a retractable USB cable. So like, you would pull the USB and it would like adjust the like a thread of like the wire to like, so you can have like extended length. So if you're a little bit further away, then you can use it still. That didn't work on Need for Speed World for whatever reason, so I had to play it on keyboard. On my mom's laptop, it was a random purchase, but I had a lot of time of fun, then came back to the series after I saw Unbound. That's when I revisited Need for Speed games from 2010 to 2022. Yeah. There was a lot of different eras of Need for Speed, you know, the Black Box, the Ghosts, the Criterions, you know, all these different ones that they all kind of had an interesting view on this franchise, you know. Yeah, I funny enough, Blue, I also had a PSP, and I had Carbon and Most Wanted, and let me tell you, Need for Speed, Carbon, and Most Wanted on PSP were not Most Wanted and Carbon on regular console. They were vastly different. It was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was called Need for Speed Most Wanted 510 or something like that. I think it was 510, something like that. It was a very, very different version of Need for Speed that a lot of people maybe have never experienced. Kind of like when I had the Need for Speed, when I had Need for Speed Undercover, I had it on the Nintendo Wii. On the Nintendo Wii, I had Undercover, and if you ever get bored enough, just look up the differences between Need for Speed Undercover on, let's say, PS2 and Wii. Wii is by far the worst version, by a mile. But I played it on there. It was fun. You know, I got to play that game. I had the racing wheel, like the little attachment that you'd put the Wii controller in, and I played it like that. So yeah, I have, you know, a lot of, and there's so many more stories I can get into. Just from just being a fan of Need for Speed. But yeah, I mean, I love the franchise. You know, it sucks, you know, the position that it's in, you know, and how EA is kind of dropping the ball. But yeah, I have a long-standing, you know, admiration for the franchise and the fun that it provided me. Yeah. Yeah, Need for Speed 2012. I played Need for Speed 2012 way after its peak. Way after, right? But yeah, the multiplayer had some features that I was like, yo, like this is actually cool. Like whether or not you believe Need for Speed Most Wanted is the actual Most Wanted or not, that's kind of child's play in my opinion. It's just like, was the game good? I think it had a lot of good things going for it. I think it provided a lot of things that were unique and that a lot of other games from the Need for Speed franchise did not have. So I give it that respect, you know? Whether if you like it or not, that's up to you. Everybody's preference is different, but I think there was a lot of things that Need for Speed Most Wanted did that other Need for Speeds didn't, that if those Need for Speeds did, they would be better games. So that's, whether if you like it or not, that's up to everybody to decide, but Power, bienvenido, ¿cómo estás hoy? Also, Trent, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. All right, anybody that would like to raise, get ready. Go's going to be dropping in the chat. We're going to be going very shortly, so look out. Exile, hope you're doing good. Also, Soldier, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. EA's going to shit now. I didn't even buy a College Football 27 because of the dumb shit. Yeah, I haven't, like, for example, I haven't played Battlefield simply because of this shit show. You know? It breaks my heart seeing how Need for Speed is right now. You know? Just because I know how good Need for Speed is. The world of Need for Speed, you know, it could be the best arcade racing game genre modern times easily. It's just they need to have the chance to do it, and unfortunately they haven't been able to do it, you know? They haven't been allowed, I should say. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, the way I look at games now is very different, but that being said, I can look back at those games, and for the time, for what games were, I hold a little bit more respect to some of those older games, just because with the resources that they had at the time, they were able to create something like amazing, you know? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, Trun. Hello, Bimber. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Glad to hear you're doing good. Alright, me voy a decir que terminaste. Just saw this coming when they took Rivals. Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. That was super sloppy. Trying to push this car a little too much, man. I just can't handle it. Oh my gosh. All good, Exile. You didn't miss anything. Yo, Benji with the sub. Thank you so much, dude. You didn't have to, man. I do appreciate the sub on Twitch. GG's. We love slip routes. Ferrari, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Are you gonna apply to Streamer University? I am nowhere near that popular to be in Streamer University. Also, if I were to go there and be like, yeah, hey guys, I'm going to teach you guys how to be competitive in racing games, they're going to be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Like, who's Unk? Like, nah. What? All right, anybody that wants to race, you guys can go when you see go in chat. They need to make another Need for Speed Carbon. I don't know. I think they need to make a new Need for Speed, like a new, brand new, because what some people don't realize, I'm not saying UXO or anybody else in the chat, I'm just saying in general, usually what happens when there's remasters, there's a lot of things that you notice are problems with a game when you play them again. Unless it's like a remake where they fully go through and like revitalize the game, fix everything that was wrong about it, make it even better, add more content. That's different. But a remaster? Nah. It's... People will realize how much they really, like, they would appreciate the remaster. Like, to get to play the game again and brand new graphics, etc. But there's a lot of things that they'll notice that were kind of ugly about the game. Is your favorite racing game? Oh yeah, I'm glad to hear that, Ferrari. You can smoke them and tell them to get good. I don't think that would be a very good, like if I was a professor at Streamer University, I don't think that would be very helpful in helping them get better at the curriculum, you know? I don't know. Coming back to Need for Speed, the rubber banding is tough to accept after competitive racing. Well, yeah, it depends on which game that you decide to look back at, you know? Yeah, I agree. Remasters aren't worth it. A new Need for Speed game would be a refresher. Yeah, and to be honest, I think that EA, if they were to make another Need for Speed, would be more inclined to make a new Need for Speed than have a remake, you know? You know, I think they would rather do a remaster of like whatever, like a cheap remaster, than do a full remake because, you know, they'll get judged accordingly, right? So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I just hope that there's just another need for speed in the future. It's all we can hope for. That was such a poor attempt at ramming, like that was crazy. Bro thought that was gonna work. Tebas, bienvenido, ¿cómo estás hoy? Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. You get any offers to doing racing crews on here? I mean, on Motorfest? I'm actually, I don't know if you know this, I'm technically, well, not technically, but I am part of HKR. I just haven't like competed in any battles or anything for them, but I am part of the team. Hope everybody in the stream's having a good day so far. Is everybody hanging out? Or Thomas? Timeless is a Need for Speed thing. Timeless as a group isn't like competing on as a group on any other game. So, but I am still part of Timeless, and honestly, that's home. To be honest, no matter what, like I always put on for Timeless. GG's. Forgot JB was part of Timeless. Yeah. There's a lot of well, not a lot, like we're generally in Timeless, we're a very small group of people compared to other teams, especially some like the OG teams in Need for Speed. But yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, I mean, I enjoy competing with those guys. GG's. You were 765 LT. Nice, dude. Hell yeah, Yusuf. Glad to see you playing the game. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Both these players are kind of mid. Like waiting 20 minutes just to get the no collision, and obviously this is the better part of the rotation. I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. ¿Cuánto te queda el de directo? De verdad, viendo las carreras que vienen, tenemos que esperar 20 minutos para que rotación, or just to play this in general, for them to get better. I don't know, man. Minutes Elite Nation, man. I've already ran it a bunch, man. Like why? Yeah, it's gonna be it for me. But before you guys go, those of you on Twitch, let's raid out. I'm gonna raid Turbo Josh. They are currently on Motorfest as well. So if you guys would like to grand race, they are grand racing. Let's go say what's up to Josh. Hope that he's doing good. Let's see how the stream's going. Those of you on YouTube, thank you guys so much. Thank you all for the support, all the follows, all the subs. Thank you again to Benji for the sub. You guys take care. I will see you guys in the next stream. And once again, thank you all for the support. GG's to everybody that was racing, and let's go say what's up to Josh. Take it easy, guys. Peace.